This short video on level 2 sample paper 2, a walkthrough, so very important to follow. So let's have a look straight in. First question, scale drawing question. Never nice to get the first question as a scale drawing question, but this is what it is. It's 8%. So it says you got here's a rough sketch of a campsite. Here's it here. They're interested in pitch 16, which is here. And choose a suitable scale and draw a scale plan of pitch 16. Show your scale on using the graph paper opposite. So we've got to use this, we've got to put these measurements, 12 meters, 10 meters, and 8 meters onto paper. We've got to use our own scale. We always say our scale is always one of something, 1 centimeter. It's 1 centimeter because we're working in centimeter squares. We're on centimeter paper. And our biggest measurement was 12 meters. Well, if I go for 1 meter, as long as I have 12 squares, I should be able to draw this. So we've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've at least 12 squares. So it shouldn't be a problem drawing it. What we're saying is that every square is worth a meter. So 2 squares is 2 meters, 3 is squares is 3 meters, 4 is 4 meters, 12 will be 12 meters. So let's just draw it. I'm going to just do it freehand here, guys, the best I can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 meters drawn. Next, it was 10 meters across, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be 10 squares. And it was 8 squares up this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll join that line. Didn't give us a distance, but we can join it quite easily. And there we go. We've got our shape drawn. We got 8% of our marks for that. I did say label it, so as in put in the scale you use and make sure you then know what scale you use. So 1 centimeter equals one of these boxes equals 1 meter. Or you could do 1 dot dot 100. That means 1 centimeter equals 100 centimeters. That's fine as well. Next, it says we've got these tents. It says I've got to draw the tents on the scale plan. They must be 1 meter away from the edge of the pitch and 2 meters away from each other. So we'll draw this little one first. It's 2,600 millimeters. Now my scale is in meters, and these are currently in millimeters. I'd have to change them to meters because I've got to work in the same units. And to change millimeters to meters, I divide by 1,000. That gives me 2.6 by 2.6, 4 by 2, and 3.8 by 2.8. And in an exam, I would get a ruler and I would draw these in. Take this first one, it's 2.6. It's got to be 1 meter away from the edge of the pitch. So 1 meter would be 1 square. So I can't really start there because it's going to be a bit close to here. So I have to start down here. And it's 2.6. Well, 1 square is a meter, 2 is 2 meters, and you would use your ruler. I'd advise you to use a ruler in the exam to make sure you're accurate. And 2.6 down that way. And again, I advise you to use a ruler in the exam to make sure you are accurate. I'm doing a little bit freehand here. And then we got 3.8 by 2.8. So I'm going to go 3.8, a meter away. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 2, 3, yeah, I'm going to do this. So 1 down, 2 down, 3 meters, and 3.8. And then it was 2.8 across. So 2.8, 1, 2, about there. I'm going to match that up as best I can. And I'm going to draw it across. Obviously, I'll use a ruler in the exam. The last one is 4 by 2. Well, if I put it this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, it fits okay. Well, I made a mistake. It should be 2 meters away from each other. So this is only 1 meter. So I need to have changed that. So I'd use a rubber in the exam and rub it out and fix. But for the time being, I'll just finish it off. It's 4 meters by 2 meters. So maybe I'll go down the way. So maybe I'll do, I'll just be 2 meters away. So I'll be at least 1 square, 2 squares. So probably here. So 4 meters by 2 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 meters. That's 2 meters. And draw it in. And then it says label your plan clearly. So you got to label it. So you and Sam, tent A, I think it's this one. Is it? So we YS. Tent B, Neve and Ashleen. And A. I guess this gets you a mark. And then Liam, Declan, and Michael. There they are there. And that's what it should roughly look like. Now, I made a little mistake. I would have to, because this one has not got 2 meters between it, it's only got 1, and I can't move it down any closer, and I can't move that up any higher, so I'd have to change that around in some way. I might swap this one with this one, or this one with that one. I would need to rub it out and find out. But don't spend too much time in the exam. This will get you most of the marks. Having it in the right position will get you just 1 extra mark. Then it says compare the sizes of the tents. The tent with the most space per person is you got to tick one. Well, space per person, we got tents. To me, it speaks of area. Area is the space inside of an object, like a tent. So what we do if we take the area of these objects, so we have 2.6 times 2.6. We have 4 times 2, because area is length multiplied by width. Well, that's 8 meters squared. And then lastly, we have 3.8 by 2.8. 3.8 by 2.8. At this stage, you pick up a calculator in the exam and you would check to see what the area is for these tents by multiplying length by width. So 2.6 times 2.6 is 6.76. And then 3.8 by 2.8 is 10.64. Now, a lot of people would probably jump here and put the biggest one as this one, but it says a space per person, and there's people inside the tents. There they are there. So I got to work out the space per each person. To me, that means divide. So I take 6.76 and divide it by 2. Divided by 2 gives me 3.38. For that one, well, there's 8 meters in this tent. There's only 2 people, so that's 4 meters each. So that's for B. And the last one, 10.64, and there's 3 people in there. So 10.64. So the space per person would be dividing by 3 then, which gives you 3.54. Well, those two are out, as this would be the biggest one, and that was B. So we tick it. Space per person, 4 meters squared. Next, we'll move on to a formula question. Here we are here. We'll write the formula out. C equals N7T plus 2P. Right, so C equals the cost. That's what we're trying to find out. N is the number of nights, so I'm going to put 4 there instead of N, as it says 4 nights. There's no space between the N and the brackets. If there's no space between brackets, numbers, letters, symbols, it means multiply. If you wanted, if in doubt, multiply. It would be a little rule to follow. So we've got our brackets, and the first bracket has a 7. There's no space between the 7 and the T. T is the number of tents. It doesn't tell you, but it shows you a picture. 3 of them. Times 3 plus 2, and again there's no space here, so it means multiply. P is the number of people. Well, it shows me them. Here they are here. 2, 4, and 3 is 7. There's 7 people. And that's the worst of the question done. So C equals 4 times whatever is in brackets. Well, 7 times 3 is 21 plus 14. So C equals 4 times whatever is in brackets. 21 times 14 is 35. So C equals 4 times 35. So C equals 140. 140 pound. Put your answer in the answer box. Next, it says work out 35% of the total cost when you book and pay. So you pay a deposit, and the deposit is 35% of the cost. Well, the cost was 140 from the previous question. My deposit is 35%, so we divide by 100. times by 35, and we'll work that out. 42 is £49. So that's how much I put down in deposit. So deposit means I still owe money, an amount to pay on arrival. Well, that'll be what you originally were supposed to spend or pay. Take away what you put down. 51 leaves £91. Moving on to the next question. Oh, another one of these scaled questions. So there's our important bits here. So it says you want to work out the distance between these routes. So we would need to measure. So we'll measure from probably here, because it says you can follow the paths to there, to here. And if I have one in front of me, I'll measure on paper here. Just give me 1 second. So here's about 3. I think here's roughly 9. From here to here is 12 is 4. I'm getting 16. Right, it doesn't matter. Somebody's making something slightly different. Somebody's may took a different route, but 16 is what I'm getting. So it's 16 centimeters. And then I need to know the distance in kilometers. It's a scale map. So what it is the real world brought down on the paper. Now I'm doing the opposite. I'm bringing the paper world up onto the real world. So I'm going to multiply by the scale. Right. So there's 2 ways of doing it. I could take 16, my measurement, and multiply it by the ratio it gives me. There, 25,000. That means every centimeter on paper is worth 25,000 in the real world. So I can multiply those 2 numbers together, and what do I get? 250, 350. So we'll multiply them together here. Oh dear, I'm having a bit of a brain fart here. So let's see. Yeah, 400,000 as I thought. So that's 400,000 centimeters. Now it wants the answer in kilometers, so I got to change from kilometers to from centimeters to kilometers. To do that, I divide by 100 first. I'm doing it in 2 steps. That'll give me 4,000 meters. From centimeters to meters, you divide by 100. And now I want to go to kilometers. So I'm at meters, and I want to get to kilometers. I divide by 1,000 to get 4 kilometers. So remember, the centimeters to meters to kilometers. It's 2 steps. Centimeters divide by 100. To get the kilometers, you divide the meters by 1,000. The second way you do it is to measure this here. And that should be 2 centimeters. And it lets me know that 2 centimeters equals 500 meters. Well, if 2 centimeters is 500 meters, 1 centimeter must be 250 meters. And if I multiply that by 16, I will get 4,000 meters. Same as over here. Now I'll divide that by 1,000 and get 4 kilometers. So there's more than one way of doing it. So the answer is 4 kilometers. Next, I want to work out what the distance is. It takes 20 minutes to walk a mile. I want to work out how many minutes it is for me to walk 4 kilometers. So what I'm going to do, I know that 1 kilometer equals 5/8 of a mile, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 5/8, I'm going to divide top by bottom, and I'm going to get myself a decimal. A nice number to work with on a calculator. So 1 kilometer equals 0.625 miles. Well, I've got 4 kilometers. So every one's worth this, 4 would be worth 4 times that. So I'm going to multiply that by 4. So get my calculator, 0.625, I'm going to times it by 4. And get 2.5 miles. And it says every 20 minutes you walk a mile. Well, 2.5 miles times 20 means 50 minutes is what I walk. So nice way of doing it. A second way to do it maybe is 1 kilometer equals 5/8 of a mile. You want to do 4 kilometers. Well, we'll turn that 4 into a fraction. We'll leave that as a fraction, and we'll get 4 times 5 is 20. 20 divided by 8 should give you 2.5, which is the same as there. And then you can multiply that by 20. So there's more than one way of doing it, whatever way you prefer. Now we go into our averages section, which is our best section for many students. It says work out the average. Well, the mean, you add them all up. So we take this 4 and 3 is 7, and 6 is 13, and 3 is 19, and 6 is 25, and 3 is 28, 4 is 32, 35, 39, 39, 45, 51, 57. So you would take the 57 and we would divide that, because the mean is everything added up divided by how many things you have. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 items there. So we do 57 divided by 12. So 57 divided by 12 is 4.75. And you repeat for each one. Now, if you're doing the mean, you got to do the mean for each separate one. So I'll just finish off with the mean, 4.75. And then the fragrance here, 6 and 7 is 13, 19, 27, 35, 41, 51, 62, 68, 78, did I miss one? I think so, 84. And we're going to divide that by 12, will give us 7. And then we have the hands field clean, 9, 7, 16, 24, 30, 39, 46, 52, 58, 67, 77, 87, 96, and 96 divided by 12. 96 divided by 12 is 8. And the answer is 8 then. If we were doing the medium, we've decided to do the mean. The medium, it means a little bit harder. The medium, what you do is you take the numbers in each column and put them in order. You got to mark them off when you're doing it. Maybe, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then we're on to fours. We've got 1, 2, 3 fours. 1, 2, 3. And then we're on to sixes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've got 6 of those. Oh, sorry, 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then it's just a matter of going like that. Tick, 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 tick. Till you come to the middle. And it's 2 fours. Well, 4 plus 4 is 8. Divided by 2 is 4. You get 1 in the middle is pretty easy. If you get 2 in the middle, you've got to add them up and divide by 2. And you repeat that for fragrance and hands feel clean. If you're doing the mode, you find the most common number. The most common number there is 6. You repeat for here and repeat for here. Just make sure there is modes. So it's up to you what to decide to do, but that's the methods we use. I just went for the mean here. Explain when the average use is the most suitable. Well, we would use the mean because it uses all the data. Nobody's getting those sort of questions right, so make sure to revise them in your revision book. It's under the averages section. You'd use the medium as it gets rid of extreme values. So it gets rid. So use the medium to get rid of extreme values, and use the mode as it's the most popular. You would say, I use the mode as it's the most popular. I use the mean as it uses all the data. I use the medium as it gets rid of extreme values. And then you're asked to draw a bar chart. And here with mine, I've got decimal numbers. Right? I'm going to start at naught, and the biggest number's 8. Well, could I go up? Could I go up in ones? Go up in 1, 2, 3 ones. No problem. Get up in ones. Could I go up a bit bigger? Could I put 1 here every 2 squares? Could I go up and like that a half? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can't. So I'm going to go up in ones. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the first one is 4.75. Well, there's 4. There's 4.2, 4.4, 4.6, 4.8, so in there somewhere. Draw a little bar. Next is 7 and then 8. So again, there's 7 here. Leave a little gap. Use a ruler in the exam, obviously. Next one is 8. Leave a little gap and draw it in. So 2 squares wide I'm using and 1 square gap. Label them. So up here we have scores. So people's scores. I'm just going to do scores. Here you had your categories, which was design of bottle. Just put a wee B for bottle. Uh, Again, in the exam, you make sure to put uh, uh, you have more room and you're using a pen. F for fragrance. I think this was, what was this one? Hands feel clean. Probably H for hands. And that's people's opinions. That is the question, the survey question. Okay, so bar charts are nice. Make sure you label them. Explain what your bar chart shows about what the volunteers thought of the hand wash. Make 2 comments. Well, pick the tallest column and the smallest column. The tallest column is the one that they give the highest scores to. So they felt hands feel clean uh, was the best thing about the product. And they felt that the lowest score here, which is B, which is the first one here, which is design a bottle, they felt the design of bottle was the worst feature about the hand wash. Next it asks for the range. For the range, it's just the highest, take away the smallest. So we go back to our table and we would take the highest and the smallest. So 6 take away 3 is 3. So one range is 3. 10 take away 2 is 8. And 9, 10 take away 6 is 4. So it looks like 3, 8, and 4. 3, 8, and 4. Write them in. Maybe make sure to do one. So for Eagles was 10, take away 2. Do something like that at least once so that if in case you go wrong, they know you know the method and we'll get some marks. Use a different method to check an original calculation from 10e. Well, that's extremely easy. We'll do a wee reverse check. We'll take the answer. Instead of subtracting, as we're going the opposite way, we will do reverse it and we'll add 2 and we'll get back to 10. Compare your ranges. What does this show about volunteers' opinions? That's opinions there. Well, it shows that fragrance was the highest range. High range means it's inconsistent. So opinions inconsistent. So people's opinions were very up and down, all over the place about it. Some people liked it, some people hated it. Design a bottle was the lowest range. So low range, people's opinions consistent. Sorry, I'm just using a mouse here to write this stuff. Here we go. So inconsistent and inconsistent, important words to remember about the range. And then we got a scatter graph. We're asked to draw a line of best fit. Well, again, just this is going to be difficult to draw, but I'll do my best. We'll draw a line, find the first point, and draw a line, a straight line using a ruler up through the points. Try to keep an even number above and below the line. Here, we're going to draw a line. Maybe start about here. We're going to draw a line down through the points. Just follow the pattern. Try to keep an even number of points above and below the line. Make sure the line's straight. It then says promotion 9. Promotion 9's here. It wants me to extend my lines out to predict what a score would be on promotion 9. Well, all we do is go up from promotion 9, hit our line, and then draw a line across as best you can. Oh dear. And then write your number down. I think about 1,250 there roughly. Can't be accurate as you can. And then again for up here for these ones, up you go, draw a line across. Looks like 4,000 there to me. So 4,000. Just make sure to draw a line in. Now we have a question. Should they continue to spend money on paper vouchers? Well, I'm going to say no. Why? Well, most of their vouchers, more people are using the online. A lot more. And then we have a tree diagram. So a tree diagram looks like this, starting off like that. Write in what you want. Tree diagrams are about yes, no, pass, fail. They're always an opposite. So 25% of people win a prize. Well, some people must not win a prize. So you can win a prize or no prize. And it says 25%. We like our tree diagrams to be written with fractions. Well, 25% is known as a quarter, 1 over 4. Well, if 1 out of 4 people won a prize, then I assume 3 out of 4, whatever's left over, did not. Now, the people win a prize, they can win tickets. So you can win tickets or no tickets. And it says 1 in 10, which is a fraction, win a ticket. Well, if 1 in 10 win a ticket, I expect 9 out of 10, whatever's left, there was 10 people, 1 is 1, 9 don't, to not win. And now we would need to work at the probability of winning a cinema ticket. Well, it's that one and that one. That's your prize, and it's a ticket. So we take those two and we multiply them. Top and bottom, 1 times 1 is 1. No. 4 times 10 is 40. And I missed a question here. What's the probability of not winning a prize? Well, the probability of winning a prize is 25%. Not winning must be 75%. So it has to be out of 100. Listen, thanks for watching this quick run through on sample paper 2. Hope it is worthwhile. Thank you.